This is Alan Bush with ADMIS with the daily financial forecast for Thursday, April 21st. Starting out with the stock index futures, a lot of activity there. In fact, all of these financial markets moving quite a bit. First of all, the indices starting out a little bit better and then very quickly coming under some pressure after the leading index came in a bit on the weak side. We do feel that any pressure should be used as a buying opportunity. We do feel that the main trend is still higher and that most likely this will be an up year for all of the major stock indices. Now moving over to the currencies, the dollar index was lower earlier. More recently it has traded back up to higher on the day. By the same token, the euro currency, which was trading higher this morning, now weaker. Some of the strength earlier in the euro currency was linked to comments from the European Central Bank President, Mario Draghi, which were basically a little less dovish than some analysts had anticipated. But all of that has changed now with the euro currency coming under some pressure. Also, we are seeing the pound, which was higher in spite of some weak retail sales numbers, is now lower, which is, in our opinion, the main trend as the political aspects of that UK referendum to leave the European Union comes more and more into focus. Don't forget that's a June 23rd referendum. So the pound is likely to continue to come under pressure today, and we believe also longer term, at least in advance of that June 23rd referendum. Also, the yen seems to be holding up relatively well, even though we are hearing more and more talk from Bank of Japan officials about their displeasure with gains in the yen. Don't forget that we do have the Bank of Japan's policy meeting on April 28th, and there's a possibility that some type of action could be taken to weaken the Japanese yen against other currencies. Now, moving over to the interest rate futures markets, some pressure developing. This mainly due to higher commodities that we saw in the overnight trade, although more recently today we are seeing some pressure in commodities, yet the interest rate market's still under pressure. Probably not the best signs for the longs in the interest rate markets. Also, the probability of a rate increase at the December meeting moving up a little bit to 66%. Yesterday it was at 60%. Now moving over to the industrial commodities and precious metals, some traders are thinking that the silver now is making a one-day reversal to the downside. At least that's what traders on the floor are talking about today. Our feeling is that if this is a one-day reversal, which would be a sell signal, it should be faded. The fundamentals remain overwhelmingly bullish for the precious metals, including silver. So any weakness that we see technically should be a buying opportunity. And this sell signal that the traders are talking about and acting on, I think will fail. Within the next week or so, we will see a move to higher for the silver and the gold. So any break in the precious metals should be used as a buying opportunity. Any break in the industrial commodities, same thing. Be a buyer of industrial commodities, including crude oil. So good trading, everyone. And once again, remember, these are my opinions alone and are not the opinions of ADMIS or Archer Daniels Midland.